there. Let's see if you can see me maybe. Let's adjust this a little bit. Alrighty, maybe that'll work. We'll see. You have a precarious perch on a feed storage can. Oh, if Digger bangs on the fence behind you, you will fall down. Sorry. Anyway, this is Mary with High Song Grows, bringing you Farmer Friday. And what's been going on this week? Well, we had a little bit of rain, and a lot of heat and humidity, which some things are loving, not me, but some of the garden loves that. The pumpkins are taking off and running all over the place. The eggplants are really starting to take off. They seem to really like this kind of weather. What? Did one of your girls get this side before I did? It sure is empty. And got some flowers. There were some tomatoes this week. Still dealing with grasshoppers, Japanese beetles, tomato fruit flies, things like that. Figuring things out that will help for next year. So we'll see. We'll see how much time and energy I have to devote to those ideas over the fall and winter. In the meantime, trying to figure out whether Essie's production is down because she needs more calories in her feed. Maybe she's a little wormy. Maybe it's just the weather. It's been kind of hot and muggy the last couple of days. You butthead. That was your wormer pellets. Ay. I knew you girls weren't going to eat those. They've discontinued there's a wormer pellet that I really like. There's no milk withdrawal. And since I'm not in a high worm area like y'all back east are, like we don't usually see barber pole worms or any of those things, this works really good. But not when you throw it on the ground. Yes, I know it is not your favorite thing. The brand we used to get, she loved, and she would eat it right up, and then she could have her regular grain. But tonight, they've changed brands, and the store has, and the new brand requires twice as much pellets for her weight. And obviously, she does not like them. Yeah. Okay, well, we will have to figure something else out. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say, don't worm unless you did a fecal and la la. I know all that. That is not possible here for me right now. I could probably get the vet in town to do a fecal. It would probably cost me $75. I know there are places online, places I could mail it off to. I just haven't been that coordinated or thinking ahead. And like I said, we don't normally deal with heavy worm loads and things anyway. So anyway, to get back to this past week, lots of eggplants, the tomatoes in the little greenhouse garden. Most of the bigger tomatoes have not set any more fruit the last few weeks because it's been too hot. The cherry tomatoes, some of those I think did not set fruit like a week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it got. We had 2 or 3 days that were really, really hot, but they are, looks like they're setting fruit again. some other things going on in there. Oh, the at the beginning of the trellis in there, I was thinking all this time that I had put a bottle gourd there, but it wasn't a bottle gourd. It was a cucuzzi, which is a really big, huge, long gourd from Italy that's edible, and it had a little small gourd on the vine today, but it had split all the way down its length. So I cut it off and tasted it, because it wasn't rotten or anything, it was just split open, and it had a pretty different kind of taste. I'll put that clip in here. So this is a cucuzzi, which is an Italian gourd, and this one had split, and so I thought, well, I'd cut it off and taste it, and it's got a very interesting taste. I haven't quite decided exactly what it tastes like. It's firm and crunchy, like a cucumber. It even has the very slightest hint of a cucumber flavor. It's really actually pretty nice. And I'm not a squash person. I am not a zucchini summer squash kind of gal. I don't usually eat them at all. I just grow them for market for other people. So this is really different. To me, it has more flavor than a zucchini. To me, zucchinis are very bland and blah. I could see this marinated with a little balsam vinegar and some thin sliced onions as a little side dish relish thing. Maybe even made into a pickle of some kind. Yeah, I really like that. I will have to try these some more. This is the first time I've ever grown them and the first time I've ever tasted them. So this is cucuzzi, which is like C-U-C-U-Z-Z-I or something. I don't remember how to spell it. And I have seen the videos of where they grow to huge, huge sizes. So we'll see what the next one looks like. So there are some flowers, some pretty dahlias. The Tithonia, the Mexican sunflower, has been blooming. What else? I got out today and planted some of my canna lilies and some herbs and things that have been languishing in small pots for far too long, and I got them put up by the biggest chicken house under the peach tree. And I got to pick some figs. They were so yummy. I'll put that clip in here. Those white Marseille figs look like they are ready to pick. And I need to go get my little step stool so I can reach them. These white Marseilles are what they call a white fig. They don't turn purple. This is the color. They are very soft, ripe. And you can see that they are white to light yellowish inside. And these are the sweetest figs I have ever eaten in my life. Thomas Jefferson brought these to America from France, and he said that they were the best fig he had ever eaten, and I have to agree with him. I really love these. They're just really super sweet. These are on the small side because this tree did not get enough water in June and early July when we were really hot and dry. And when I realized that it needed water, it was starting to wilt and droop, and I was really scared I was going to lose it. But We got it watered, it grew, and it's given me a few little figs. So sweet. They are sweeter than any fig I have ever eaten. What are you girls doing? What are you girls doing? Yes, I've been running the fan this afternoon. The flies were just horrendous. And there's kind of a wet spot around the corner there where you can't see. And the fan does help circulate some air and help dry that spot out. Hey, baby girls. What y'all doing? I know y'all want snacks too. We'll get you snacks in a minute when your mama's done. Alrighty. Doesn't look like, well, Bambi's pretty full tonight. She handles the heat a little better than Esmeralda does. So I think Ezzy just gave me maybe a pint and a half of milk, but it could have been just because I was about 30 minutes later milking than I have been, and it could be that the kids were nursing right before I came out. Not a big deal as long as it doesn't seem to be a habit. I am trying to figure out some things with her, which I talked about in another video that I'll link down below called Don't Jump to Conclusions. Other things going on around here this week. I've been playing with what they call a clabber culture, where you take a little milk. I started with an 8-ounce jelly jar, and you filter warm milk right from the goat into the jar. You cap it loosely and you leave it on the counter for a couple days until it starts to sour, and the natural bacteria cause it to turn into some curds and whey if you leave it long enough. After a couple of days, I repeated that process with a quart jar, putting 2 or 3 spoonfuls of the first jar into a clean new jar and putting in fresh milk and leaving it for a couple days. And then I just put that in the refrigerator, and I did make a batch of cheese with it. I haven't decided if I like the taste or not, but I'm working on it. But straight from the jar, I actually think I might like it better than the commercial yogurt that I usually buy, because I have not had really great luck making a thick yogurt with a flavor that I like. So I'm experimenting. We'll see how it goes. Everything's always an experiment. What else is going on? Not too much else. What? Do you need some more snack? You need to stop. You need to stop. Eat what you got, then you can have some more. Bambi. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I had Tuesday night I had stayed up late to make some cheese. It was mucking around with that and turn around, and I got a tarantula crawling across the kitchen floor. And a little bit later there was a big toad. Not the biggest one I have, he's one of the smaller ones, but it's a Colorado river toad, which are poisonous. If you they secrete poison in the mucus on their skin, so very bad for your dog to lick them or bite them or anything. And I was able to easily get them both collected and put back outside where they belong. Not sure how they came in, but stuff happens, especially when you live in a 100-year-old miner shack that is not airtight. What? Oh my goodness, you ate it all up. Okay. Okie doke. How much in there to start with? There you go. I've been making lotion. I got 3 batches of goat milk lotion made this week. We got some unscented, some lavender essential oil, and some, what did I make today? Orange blossom. And I'll try to make some more this coming week. On the 24th in Superior, Arizona, there is a big festival called the Prickly Pear Festival, and there's all kinds of things going on that weekend. Desert foraging, how to use prickly pears and other foods from the desert, and all the restaurants and places will have foods that are made with those things, especially the prickly pear cactus fruit, which is delicious. I've eaten a lot of candy and jelly and ice cream made with it. Superior is a lower elevation than I am, and so their prickly pears get ripe a lot sooner. I have a patch down, it's not actually on my property, but it's down by where my trash can sits, and I noticed it's got a fair amount of fruit on it, and they are turning red. I don't think they're quite ready yet. That cactus had a lot of issues this year, though. If there's no rain, the pads, the prickly pear pads, they shrivel. They just shrink and they get wrinkled. And it looked very sad for a couple of months there, but now that we've had some rain, it is filled out. I just think that the fruit probably would have been bigger if we'd have had more rain earlier in the year than we did. So we'll see. I might pick some of those and make some jelly, or just juice them and put the juice in the freezer and make ice cream or something with them. Or even prickly pear lemonade is really good. Just lots of different things you can do with them. And the seeds are, cactus seeds have apparently quite a fair amount of protein and stuff in them. Indigenous peoples ate a lot of cactus products. So, let me think, what else? This tomato garden is totally nuts. And the squash, and that's a Kakuzi, which has split. Probably it was a little dry and then it got too much rain. That's an Italian gourd that is edible when it's young, so we'll look for some more. The honey nuts are starting to peter out. The Armenians have never done a whole lot down there at the end. I don't know what their issue is. Maybe that soil's not good enough for them. The tomatoes, however, have been absolutely growing like crazy. I guess it was not a good idea to just let them grow and not prune them to 1 or 2 stems, because now it's going to be hard to get in here. I think I'll have to do some pruning today while I pick. Oh my goodness, look at this jungle up here. I'm not even sure I can get in here. I made a mistake and I planted a bunch of pumpkin plants up here, and they are running and taking over. and I can't hardly get through here. The poor pomegranate plant tree is falling down. All the branches are bending down because the weight of the fruit. Even though they aren't very big yet, the tree branches are not very thick. Oh my goodness, here's a ginormous zucchini that I didn't see the other day. Oh, get you out of here, your skin's getting tough. We'll have to feed you to the goats or something, I think. Let's see, anybody else in here? I see some up there someplace. Oh, look at that pumpkin. There's a pumpkin on the wall there. Some of the pumpkin buns on the fence are coming from the compost pile on the other side, and some of them are coming from in here. Let's see what else is in here this morning. A couple of little baby figs. They're still kind of hard. Let's see if I can make my way through. I think I saw zucchinis up here. Yes, I did. Oh, don't break there. Darn it. Whew. There's going to be huge amounts of pumpkins this year, I think, with all these plants. Oh, there's a green zucchini in here. They are so much harder to see than the yellow ones. What else is up here? That's a pumpkin. Oh my goodness, I see some more squash leaves in here. That's a zucchini, but I don't think it's got any fruit on it. And I am real irritated with Digger for shredding up the tarp right there. I think he probably did that yesterday when I had a person at the gate coming to pick up some stuff, and he just jumped up there and just shredded it all to bits. So I'm not real happy with him, because this is not a cheap tarp. It's a heavier duty tarp, and it's 10 by 12 feet to cover this space, and it's been holding up really good. So now it's all shredded and messed up, and if we get wind, it will start pulling it apart. Are you itchy or what? Huh? What? What are we doing? Oh, you gonna finish your snacks? You gonna finish your snacks? Okay. I'll finish those snacks. Alrighty, the girls are milked. Everybody's got their snacks. Bentley. Yes, I see you, buddy. So now it's just time to feed the cats. Hi, Tinker Cat. Hi, Tink Tink. And feed the dog, and filter the milk and put it away. And then I can think about some food. Yeah.